Okay, welcome class. Here we go. Part one of the virtual lab. We have three different metals. Check it out. We got magnesium, we got calcium, we got aluminum. So right away, observation-wise, remember metal should have a nice metallic luster. And magnesium is pretty shiny. Aluminum, shiny, got the metallic luster. But look at calcium. That's pretty dull and earthy there. That's not what a metal should look like. And that's because it's basically reacted with oxygen in the air, so it's basically oxidized. It's a rusted version of it. So if we took a piece of steel wool and or took a metal file, we could get that outer layer off and make it nice and shiny. So there's the metals that we're working with today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of each and put it on the plate here. I'm going to add this in the data table. And I'll use a stupula for calcium. I don't want to touch calcium myself, even though it's rusted. All right, so I'm using the stupula. In the data table, you want to have visual observations. So use words, and then you also want to take a screenshot. So if you're watching this video, take a screenshot once I get it all set up and crop it. You want to have nice photos. I don't want to see random lab tables and sinks. I want to see only the dish or the wall plate. And I'm going to slide on over here. So here's a great photo opportunity, and let me shift it down a little bit. And I'll come on over here to magnesium. And once it stops shaking, there we go. Take a photo right now of magnesium, and I'll even hold that up. But you don't want to see my hands in your photos, so let's just leave it like that. And here's a picture of calcium. Take a picture of calcium, crop it, put that in your data table of what it looks like before the reaction. And then here's a picture of aluminum. Same thing here. Take a photo, take a screenshot of this, and then crop it. I don't want to see all three elements in each spot. I want you to crop it and only show the element that is being asked for in that particular spot in the data table. All right, pause it, do that now, and then come on back. All right, welcome back. We're ready for the reaction now. And so here we go. We got the, let me change the angle of our, there we go. That's pretty good. Let me slide it in a little bit more. All right, that's about as good as I can get. So you got calcium, magnesium, aluminum. Notice the masking tape that I labeled. I got water already, tap water already in each. Here's the phenolphthalein. So this is sort of like an oily, sort of alcohol-based chemical. And it mixes with water. I shouldn't say oily, but it does have a little shine to it. I'm going to put a couple drops of phenolphthalein in. You only need like 2 or 3 drops. You don't need a ton. And we are ready to drop our metals in. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use the plate. Here's magnesium. So I'm going to drop magnesium in the middle one. And I'm going to take my calcium. And I'll drop it in the calcium beaker. And then I'll take my aluminum and drop it in the aluminum beaker. So we're looking for bubbling, and we are looking for that pink color. Bubbles tells us that hydrogen is hydrogen is being produced by the reaction of the metal reacting. And look at that calcium. I told you one of them. Oh my goodness, crazy. I told you one of them would be very clearly the most reactive metal, and I think you see our winner. Calcium's the winner. And if I feel the bottom of this beaker, ooh, that's a little warm. That's exothermic right there. That's a warm. It gives off heat. So that looks like Pepto-Bismol. So if you want to take a photo, let me get the other two out of the way here. Take a photo of calcium. All right. And then look at magnesium and look at aluminum. I'm going to get calcium out of the way now. Not much happening. All right, the magnesium is floating in the water a little bit. We'll let that go for 1 minute. So I don't have the ability to pause and come back. I'm not going to edit videos. I don't have time for that. And I'm not that tech savvy when it comes to YouTube. I'm not going to splice things together. But you can basically fast forward. All right, so if you're looking here, you can see a little bit of bubbling there. See a couple little tiny bubbles? Aw, how cute. So it's reacting very slowly. And there's a very, very faint, and I made it drift, there's a very faint pink color. It's really hard to see. But that's why I put it on top of white paper. All right, so there you go. There's magnesium. See that very faint pink color there in the middle? It's really hard to see, but it's there, right in this middle area. So go ahead, you can take a photo of that. That's magnesium. And then look at aluminum. It's hard to tell, nothing's really happening. Let's hold it up here a little bit. I might see just a tiny little bit of bubble. So we need to test further. It's hard to see which is more reactive. We think magnesium is the winner right now. We can't be sure. So that brings us to part 2. All right, you can pause or stop the video here, finish up your data table for this section, and open up video number 3 for the last step.